Hello from Market Harbour in Leicestershire. During lockdown, myself and a small number of our team have unfortunately been having to postpone holidays. I'd like to say a big thank you to all of our customers who've been so understanding and flexible in moving their travel arrangements forward with us. What I'm looking forward to most when this is all over is for myself and my team to get back to doing what we do best, and that's operating holidays. Here are some messages from a few of my colleagues.
Hello, I'm Helen Yem, and during lockdown I have been gardening. I have also been writing my weekly Telegraph column on for Saturday, which has been quite a challenge because trying to be upbeat when you're really terrified is not easy. Anyway, I've settled in now to it, a routine, and I've been gardening so much in my pyjamas, as often as not, because no one could see me. Incidentally, I coined the phrase, I wrote the book, Gardening in Pyjamas, and it's all the fashion now. In addition to my garden, which is of course perfect, I am modifying or rescuing, shall we say, a terrible allotment of mine, of which I had lost control, and it's full of bindweed and raspberry canes and brambles, and I'm digging it all up and starting again. Lots of work. When I come out of lockdown, I shall be a bit sad, really. I've got into a routine. I shall look forward immensely to getting my hair cut. And I shall also look forward to meeting other gardeners, which is why I like the tours. I like hosting tours of going to really beautiful gardens and meeting all sorts of people who are just obsessed by plants like I am. And I'm looking forward to that more than anything else. Well, maybe the haircut comes first. Yes, the haircut. Anyway, I can't wait.
Hello, I'm Julie. I work in the Art Pursuits office in Buckingham. I work on tour development, the Discovery Lecture Days, and I've also done some tour managing. Since lockdown, we've been so lucky with the weather, and I've been doing lots of gardening. I've been sewing for the NHS and also keeping fit with online classes. After lockdown, I'm looking forward to being able to see family and friends again properly, being able to travel once more, and also getting back into the office with the team.
Hello, welcome to sunny Wales. As you may all know already, I've been working for Boxwood Tours since September last year under the umbrella of Arena Travel. From April this year, all my work's been frozen, and I've been based in Gwynedd, North Wales. Most of our time, Brian, my husband, and I have been working with our young grandchildren, aged 2 and 4, to help out our daughter, who is a key care worker. And so we've been looking after these 2 young boys, taking them for wonderful walks and gardening, being in the garden with them, and everything has gone at their pace, and it's been a truly wonderful experience. I'm now beginning to get back into work again, and my work is to do with the design and the development of the new tours, finding new gardens, garden locations, and putting together the garden tours for the partners, Gardens Illustrated, Hortus, Country Life, and the Telegraph newspaper, and putting together these very special garden tours for the enjoyment of everybody. And I'm really looking forward to that, and working with the team, the Boxwood team of fantastic tour leaders and tour hosts. And I'm particularly looking forward to going back and seeing some of these gardens and finding new gardens throughout Europe, including the UK. Thank you.
When lockdown began in Germany early in March, I was confronted with a very unusual situation, and that was that my whole professional life was cancelled or postponed. And at the same time, I gained a new profession, and that was the profession of a primary school teacher overlooking the homeschooling of my 10-year-old son. A challenging profession, I have to admit. At the same time, with all the time gained, I started reading a pile of books which I have never had the time to engage in, and it is literature, German literature from the beginning of the early 19th century, a period I have quite intensely studied recently from the art historical point of view. And among the books I read to begin with was Goethe's Faust, a book I've never read in school, and I always felt I should have done so in the past, so I enjoyed reading this. I also read Gothic novels from German writers of that period who revived the Gothic past, the medieval past and all of its mysteries. There are also books like Novalis' Hymns to the Night, which are dark and mysterious, very melancholic, yet beautifully in their language and the use of language in a poetic way. I really enjoyed reading this. I have to admit that I very much long for lockdown to be eased, although I enjoyed coming to the park you find me in, which is just opposite my house. We were thankfully allowed to leave our home, and this is where I retreated to for reading a lot of times when it became warmer in April. And although there are other people here, of course we were meant to social distance ourselves. I couldn't really get close to any one of my friends, and I'm looking forward, when lockdown is over, to finally meet face to face, to go and visit museums and places again. And I really look forward to actually going to a Bavarian beer garden again, which are just about to open next week. And hopefully not in a too long future. I really hope that I can travel again. And the question is, what is it you are looking forward to?
Hello from a corner of my new courtyard garden in southwest France, where lockdown started on March the 16th, which has given me plenty of time to get very well acquainted with my new garden, which might be more accurately described as a snail farm after all the recent rain we've had here. I've also been talking to friends, gardens owners in France and in Italy, and one of them, an Italian woman with a wonderful garden, said to me how strange it felt to be sowing, to be planting, to be gardening just for herself, without the pleasure of being able to share it with other people and visitors. And that made me realise that that's what I've really been missing during lockdown, and what I look forward to most when this is over, being able to share these wonderful gardens all over Europe with people who I know are going to love them as much as I do.
I'm Marion, and greetings from Buckingham. During the lockdown, I've done a lot of things to keep myself occupied, but the thing I've enjoyed doing most of all is going for country walks. Behind me is the Corinthian Arch, gateway to Stowe Landscape Gardens. Aren't we lucky to have all of this on our doorstep? And it was great seeing nature in action and seeing everything in bloom and listening to birdsong. When the lockdown comes to an end, I'm looking forward to traveling again on the amazing Art Pursuits tours and seeing all of you again, my friends and colleagues. Hope you'll join us. Now, what are you looking forward to?
Hello, I'm Paula Nuttall. I'm an art historian specialising in the Renaissance, Italy and Flanders, and in particular the relations between the two. I teach at the V&A, where I run the late medieval to early Renaissance year course, and I also take tours for Art Pursuits. During lockdown, I have been editing a volume of conference papers together with my husband Jeff Nuttall, who also teaches for Art Pursuits. And these are papers from a conference on Filippino Lippi, that we organised when we were lucky enough to be in Florence on a sabbatical in 2017. Filippino Lippi is perhaps best known as the son of the friar painter Fra Filippo Lippi and a nun. But he actually is, in his own right, one of the great late 15th century Florentine painters. His master was Botticelli. He was a contemporary of Leonardo. He was, I think, influential for Michelangelo. And bizarrely, there has been no book on him in English since 1938. That is about to change because in July, the volume of papers that Jeff and I have been editing will be coming out with Brill Publishers. So that's an imminent thing, but the other thing that I've been working on is a project that's been on my back burner also since 2017, my sabbatical in Florence. And this is on Michelangelo's wonderful statue of the Bruges Madonna, which is in the Church of Our Lady in Bruges. And I'm looking at its patrons, about whom relatively little is known, and I'm curious to find out more about these Flemish patrons who had business activities in Italy, and to explore their networks and why they commissioned a statue from Michelangelo for their chapel. So, as I say, that's a project that is very much work in progress, but it will keep me busy for some time. Lockdown may be going on for some time, but I very much hope that it won't go on for too much longer, and when it is over, I want to travel. I really, really, really want to start travelling again, and I want to get back to all these places in Europe that I love so much, and I want to see these statues and paintings and buildings for myself on my own account, but I also want to take people to see them, and I want to share the love that I have for them with all of you. So let's look forward to when that time will come, and I'll see you on the other side.
Hello, my name is Declan Traynor, Chairman of Arena Travel. During lockdown, I've been helping our team who have not been furloughed and trying to improve my bridge with First for Bridge Online. I look forward to getting a badly needed haircut, and we as a team look forward to welcoming you on an Arena holiday as soon as it is safe to do so. As Captain Tom says, we will get through this and come out stronger. Tomorrow will be a good day. Stay well.